Alrighty, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Hugo Strange here one more time, and now that I actually have some time to do this, let's get into Totems issue number 1. Now, for those of you who don't know, I sort of served as editor on this thing, and I've been kind of with this book since its conception, sort of. I know quite a bit about the story, about where it's going, and I actually do know how it ends. So, yeah, like I said, I've been on top of this thing. For those of you who don't know, I know Larry personally. We're in the same group together, Rogues Gallery Incorporated, and we talk quite frequently on Skype. So, yeah, I've been on top of this thing for a while now, and I'm still weirded out by the fact that I'm actually holding a legitimate issue of this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to spoil things and just give you my critique of it, and just everything that I can say about the first issue without giving too much away. Now, here's something about me before I go on. I'm not big on coming-of-age stories. Not at all. Not that I have anything bad to say about them, it's just not my genre. Like historical fiction, things of that nature, just not my cup of tea. You know, I prefer the realm of strictly fantasy or, yeah, just mostly fantasy and towards other things. So, my voice cracked, huh? Funny. So Larry pitched this to me as more or less a coming-of-age story fantasy, which I told him, I said, you know, I'm not really big on coming-of-age stories, but I can recognize a good story when I see one. So, is Totems a good story? Yes, it is. For those of you who don't know what it's about, in so many words, it's basically about a group of high school students who come into contact with supernatural beings that are linked to them, specifically their totems, which enable them to have certain powers and abilities and things of that nature. The first issue does a good job of setting this up, and since I know what's coming in the second issue, I can say that it does a good job of setting some things up. It's really kind of hard to talk about this knowing as much as I do, but I will say that if you're into stories grounded in reality, but at the same time with a fantastical edge to it, you're going to love this. This is not your Yu-Gi-Oh! This is not your Pokemon. This is not your Yu Yu Hakusho. This is some really down-to-earth stuff. Really down-to-earth stuff that doesn't get too crazy in its own fantasy. And it still, you know, keeps its head on its shoulders, if I'm making any sense there. So, yes, I am going to continue reading this series when it finishes its run. And I know when that will be. Again, it's just really hard to talk since I know so much, because, again, I'm sort of the editor, so I even saw the script for this, and, you know, so, what I can say about it is, I will read this. I did enjoy the first issue. I really like the way a lot of things came off, and this is all of the things that I told Larry about, because again, we've had conversations about this, so I'm not saying anything in this video that I haven't already said to Larry. The artwork is good. It's just a little thicker on the strokes than I would have imagined it to be. I know that I've seen the storyboards for it when it came out, but I don't know, just seeing it with color and everything, it just looks a hell of a lot thicker than I was expecting it to be. It's almost, it reminds me of someone else's artwork that I can't quite remember who that is, but nonetheless, it gets the job done. I think that just the colors blend a little a little more than they should on some pages, but that's neither here nor there. But I really like the characters. I really like the artwork on some characters that I didn't. That I had a way in my mind of how they would look, and then when I saw them in the book, I'm like, oh, okay, that works. So yes, this is a good book. I am looking forward to reading more of this. It's kind of hard to judge things based on its first issue, since there's a lot of setup here. But from what I know that's coming in the second issue and the issues down the line, this is really good. This is a really good starting place for it. So that will do it for me. Larry, you've got your review. Get off my case. I'm kidding. And yeah, Totems, if you haven't already, pick it up. It's very it's very inexpensive, $3.99. There's also digital. You can pick it up on Amazon. I do believe it's on Amazon. I think it's on Amazon. If not, then I will put an addendum in the link box, in the description box below. And yeah, just check out Totems. It's my man's comic book. Support your local YouTube artists. And I will see you guys later. Peace.